How to use initial rates method. Repeat an experiment several times using different initial concentration of reactants. Calculate initial rate for each experiment. See how the initial concentration affect the initial rates, and then figure out the order for each reactant and therefore work out the rate equation. Repeat an experiment several times using different initial concentration. Repeat an experiment several times using different initial concentration reactants. Calculate initial rate for each experiment. See how the initial concentrations affect the initial rates and figure out the order for each reaction. Therefore, we can work out the rate equation. Measuring the initial reaction rate. For some reactions, a sudden color change happens when a product reaches a certain concentration. In iodine clock solution, reaction we're monitoring is H2O2 aqueous plus 2I minus aqueous plus 2H plus aqueous. A small amount of sodium thiosulfate solution of starch added to reaction mixture. Sodium thiosulfate reacts instantly with iodine being formed. Once all of the sodium thiosulfate is being used up, any more iodine formed stays in the solution, turning the starch indicator blue-black. Varying the concentration of iodide / hydrogen peroxide while keeping everything else constant gives different times for the color change, and therefore this can be used to work out the reaction order. For reactions that produce a precipitate which clouds the solution, measure the time taken for mark underneath the reaction vessel to disappear from view. And color change, a colorimeter measures absorbance, amount of light absorbed by the solution. More concentrated color solution, higher the absorbance. First thing we want to do, plot a calibration curve, a graph of known concentrations of color solution plotted against absorbance. A graph of known concentration of color solution plotted against absorbance. During the experiment, take a small sample from reaction solution at regular intervals and read the absorbance. And then use a calibration curve to convert absorbance at each time point into a concentration.